Ready to finish off.
20, making her debut for the United States. And TT Terry down the back stretch. You'll remember she anchored the winners last year in Eugene when they upset the Jamaicans.
It has been a real rivalry, a legit rivalry, back and forth over the years between the U.S. and Jamaica.
How much of a rivalry is it? You have to go back to 2003 to find the last time that a team not Jamaica or the United States won this event at Worlds. That's a full 20 years, just USA and Jamaica trading the titles back and forth.
And that was France, and France do not have a team in this final.
So Tamari Davis, as well as she ran in the semifinals, I knew there was no danger she was getting subbed out. She's a youngster, so you give her the least to do. The only thing she has to do is pass. There's TT. She anchored, as I said, last year and held off the hard-charging Sharika Jackson of Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got the silver in the 200 meters last evening, she'll handle the third leg. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter bronze medalist from this meet, Sha'Carri Richardson, will bring it home. And who will she be anchoring against? Sharika Jackson of Jamaica.
So Sha'Carri got the better of Sharika in the 100. Sharika got the better of the world in the 200. Sharika left everybody behind. So the US and Jamaican teams are just rock solid. Morrison, Fraser-Price, Forbes, and Jackson, the Jamaican quartet.
It may be, Lee, that this is the last time that we will see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price at Worlds. She'll run the backstretch. I told you yesterday, she's run every leg for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes on third, and we already told you the anchor. 21:41 last night to scare Florence Griffith-Joyner's world record. Sharika Jackson will be counted on yet again to anchor the Jamaicans home.
Here's Sharika, and while she is basking in the glory of these World Championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Shelly-Ann has told us that Paris more than likely will be her last Olympics. These will be her last World Championships. She'll be 37 in Paris. So it's going to be the end. We're in the twilight of this incredible career for the three-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medalist. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, entering this race now.
And this British team that will start in lane 8 is weakened severely. You see the name you don't see on the left there? Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team, but I don't know if this British team is capable of challenging Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any mistakes, just because they don't have the horsepower. Daryl Needham's had a phenomenal World Championships. There she is, she'll anchor, setting a personal best in the 200 and finishing 5th last evening.
Marie-José Talou is on the Ivory Coast team, as you would imagine.
That's a team to watch as well. They ran well, second in their heat.
Leaky Klaver for the Netherlands and Nadine Visser. Germany, that's what you call that, a good team.
Let's go around the track one more time with Team USA. Whoa! So Tamari Davis ran all the way up on TT Terry. Jamaica was already gone, but TT did a good job of holding her own against Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. The United States was very much still in it. Gabby Thomas, with her hand back, she looks back for the stick. Jamaica's already gone, but Gabby Thomas, easy to handle on an anchor leg. And it really was no contest. It wasn't like Sharika dipped into the lead or made it a race. The lead that Sha'Carri got, she held, and that is not easy to do, trust me, against Sharika Jackson. Ask TT Terry, who probably lost about 8.
So I was trying to stay still and kind of replicate what I did yesterday. Okay, it wasn't exactly like yesterday, but I was there.
And how about this baton pass to TT? She
It's
got
okay,
it.
yeah, and we just made it work. She slowed down. I got it into her hand before we went out the zone, and she was moving. She got it to Gabby,
You gonna let TT talk?
Yeah, no, she doing her thing. No, she doing her thing. No, she did. She said what you all saw. You know, we had a little mishap, but I made sure I did my job of doing my leg and pushing through the zone and making sure I get it to Gabby. No.
Well, from an English fan's point of view, more of the same. Women's 4x100 metre final. And the reigning champions, England, will start in lane number 5. And they'll start one lane inside the Jamaican team that they beat on the Gold Coast by 6/100ths of a second 4 years ago. Keep an eye on that games record, 41.83, set by Jamaica back in Glasgow in 2014. And that super world record by the Americans, way under that 41-second barrier. One of those tough nuts to crack in terms of world records. And Amusan is in. Toby Amusan, the world record holder in the 100-metre hurdles, a new Commonwealth champion, is starting off on the first leg for the Nigerian team. There's a Jamaican team. Kemba Nelson, experienced on the first leg. Jamaica won silver at the World Championships behind the USA. It was Nelson on the first leg. Natalia White will be on second. Ramona Birchall will be on third. And then a certain 5-time Olympic gold medalist and 2-time Commonwealth champion, Elaine Thompson-Herah, has been drafted in. And she has a chance to win 3 gold medals here at the Commonwealth Games. It has been done a couple of times before. Debbie Ferguson did it back in Manchester in 2002. And talking about experience, saw a quick shot there of Asher Phillip, who'll start off the England team. Emalia Lancico will go down the back straight. Justin Boyfriend, OJ Edeburan bring the England men's team home. Bianca Williams there will go round the top bend. And Daryl Nita has been brought in for Ashley Nelson on the last leg. That's a good team for England, who qualified second fastest for this final. So Tomi Amusan will have the responsibility. They were the fastest qualifiers, the Nigerians. There's Favour Ofili, herself having a good Commonwealth Games here. She'll go down the back. The crowd absolutely buzzing, Steph, from that win for England. And now we're going back again onto the track for the English team to try and do it again. But we've just seen some of the athletes in the teams here. It's a tough ask, especially when you're bringing in Thompson-Herah.
Well, it's interesting. I love it when you get to the final and they, as you say, they bring in their heavy hitters. And so no matter what we saw in the heats, we don't actually know what's going to happen in the final.
And as we've just seen, you've got to get the batter. Anang. India will start in lane number 7. Really are having a great Commonwealth Games. That triple jump goal by Paul just a few moments ago. Chand Das Nanda Yaraji. And then there'll be a roar for Jamaica in 6. Their nation holds the Games record. Silver in 2018 behind England. Kemba Nelson is ready. Lane 5, the team from England. Second fastest in qualifying, Asher Phillips in that World Championship squad just a few weeks ago, leading them off. Nigeria in lane number 4, bronze in 2018. Amusam Ofili, the first 2 legs for them. In lane number 3 will be Ghana, the 6th fastest to qualify for this final. Boake, Ali, Oka and Hoare running for them. And there's your lineup for Trinidad and Tobago in lane 2. Inside 43.5 seconds to qualify, St. Fort, Ayi, Prito and Bertrand. So, a super men's 4x100 metre relay. And now our final action. Can England defend the title they won in 2018? Beating Jamaica by 6/100ths of a second on that occasion. I remember long jumper Lorraine Ugan bringing the baton home for the English side. Trinidad and Tobago in 2, Ghana in 3, Nigeria in 4, England in 5, Jamaica in 6, India in 7, Australia in 8, and Scotland in 9. The women's sprint relay final. It's a clean start as well. Amusan getting out nicely in lane number 4, as expected. India going well in lane number 7, Australia in lane number 8 too. This is good running by Nigeria in lane number 4. All look pretty safe on the changeovers. Imani Lansiko flying down the back straight, as is Favour Philly of Nigeria. Second changeover, hands held high. Australia on the outside in lane 8 going well. Nigeria, though, flying round with Chukwuma on the third leg. Hands back for the Nigerians. A roar from her teammate. Nigeria going to take this one. England with Daryl Neater in second. Keep an eye on Thompson here. The Jamaican superstar comes through for bronze for the Jamaican side. But 42.10 seconds, just outside the game's record.
I was actually reading a quote by Favour Ofili, and she was talking about what the difference is. And she said, the difference is we now believe in ourselves. We believe we can compete with the rest of the world. And I think that performance by their relay team just highlights the mentality that is going through that team right now.
Well, it's a national record, so you can't do any more than that. The Nigerians confirmed as the gold medal winners. England in second with Philip, Lansiko, Williams and Neater. And the flags are being draped by the Nigerian team. And Elaine Thompson here on the final leg, passing the Australian, passing Anang on the last leg for them. Anang would have known that the fastest woman alive was going to bear down on her. And Jamaica there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, team packed with great speed, confidence, and one of the fastest anchor runners in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Sha'Carri Richardson finally lead Team USA to World Championship glory. Or would Shericka Jackson and Jamaica prove once again why they were the queens of the sprinting? Ladies and gentlemen, what happened next shocked the athletics world up to this date. Beautiful people, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Amaram Reactions, and today we are reliving one of the greatest races of the recent years, and we are talking about the women's 4x100 meter finals at the 2023 World Athletic Championships in Budapest. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you understand well, this is an old race, and as usual, people might come telling me this is an old race, but this type of performances that we experienced from Team USA and Team Jamaica, you cannot afford to call it an old race. So beautiful people, as you understand well, the atmosphere inside the National Athletic Center was electric. Every nation knew the stakes could have been higher, and every fans, their eyes were on Jamaica and the United States. And safe to say, these two nations, we call them the sprint powerhouses, they did not disappoint at any point. The United States entered with the Tamari Davis, Tonisha Terry, famously known as Titi Terry. We had Gabrielle Thomas, aka Gabby Thomas, and of course, the woman of steel, the woman made of speed. We are talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. Jamaica also, on the other hand, countered with an experienced squad featuring Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, aka the Mummy Rocket. We also had Natasha Morrison, Elaine Thompson-Herah. Of course, the world of track and field had missed her for quite a long time due to the injuries, the setbacks, but right now we witnessed, or rather we had a chance to witness one of her best performances recently. We are talking about the 2026 season, and of course their lineup was closed by Shericka Jackson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on paper this looked like the perfect battle between two sprint powerhouses, and of course that's what we got to experience. Now, immediately the gun fired, Titi, or rather Tamara Davis, exploded from the blocks for the Team USA. Beside her, we had Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the Mummy Rocket from Jamaica, whereby she produced the trademark start that always made her one of the greatest sprinters in history. Meanwhile, the opening meters, beautiful people, were incredibly close. Neither team wanted to make the first mistake because in relay racing, a perfect baton exchange can be worth more than just raw speed. And as Davis approached the exchange zone, ladies and gentlemen, she delivered a clean baton pass to Titi Terry, whereby at the utmost the same moment, Jamaica completed their first exchange smoothly as well. Remember, these two nations, we call them the sprint powerhouses. So whatever thing we have watched, we have experienced, it matches the hype that these two nations keeps on receiving. Ladies and gentlemen, the race was exactly what everyone inside the stadium expected. It was fast, it was clean, and unbelievably tight. Now came the critical middle stages. Titi Terry powered down the backstretch with tremendous speed, matching Jamaica's stride for stride. Every step mattered, every baton exchange had to be flawless. Then came the third leg. Gabby Thomas received the baton for the United States and immediately accelerated with incredible efficiency. We've known Gabby Thomas to be a great runner for the 200 meters in the women's category, and of course, she participates also in the 100 meters. And now in this case, we are getting to see that Team United States came prepared. They came knowing what was expected of them. Ladies and gentlemen, this race will become one of the most defining moments in the track and field history. Gabby Thomas attacked the curve aggressively, running one of the strongest relays legs of the championship. Gradually, meter by meter, beautiful people, she began pulling away. And by the time she approached the final exchange, Team USA had built a valuable lead. The baton reached Sha'Carri Richardson, almost perfect. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Jamaica handed the baton to Shericka Jackson. Of course, we know she majorly specializes in the 200-meter relays. Now, beautiful people, the world's attention shifted to the final 100 meters. This was the showdown everybody wanted. Everybody expected this. Sha'Carri Richardson versus Shericka Jackson. We are talking about USA versus the mighty island in the Caribbean. We are talking about Jamaica. Two of the fastest women on the planet. Sha'Carri Richardson attacked the home straight with complete confidence. Her powerful knee lift, relaxed sprint mechanics, and her explosive turnover allowed her to maintain the advantage built by Gabby Thomas. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a races like this, it's not about an individual performance. It's about the team effort. It's about the team chemistry. If you have a poor team chemistry, crossed the finish line fast. The stadium, beautiful people, erupted. The scoreboard confirmed it. It was the United States running a time of 41.03 seconds, a new championship record, while Jamaica crossed shortly afterwards with a time of 41.21 seconds, grabbing silver for Jamaica. Great Britain completed the podium with bronze. And of course, I want us to talk about why the United States won this race. Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, this victory wasn't simply about having fast runners. It was about execution. Every American baton exchange was smooth. Every athlete delivered exactly what the team expected. Tamari Davis provided a strong opening. Titi Terry maintained momentum. Gabby Thomas, on the other hand, produced arguably the race-winning final third leg. And of course, Sha'Carri Richardson finished the job with absolute authority. Jamaica also ran an outstanding race. Their efforts cannot be ignored. Their time of 41.21 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, would have won many global championships, and you understand that. But on that night, the Americans were simply better. Their precision of the relay and the strength of Gabby Thomas' curve created just enough separation for Richardson to bring home the gold. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 World Championship Relay reminded everyone why relay racing remains as one of the most exciting events in athletics. It's never just about individual speed, and I think I had mentioned that. It's about the chemistry, it's about timing, it's about trust, and of course, it's about delivery under immense pressure. As we all know, a lot of athletes normally fold under pressure, but in this case, we get to witness one of the two great powerhouses. They gave us a brilliant performances, and the qualities they portrayed, it's such a good thing, a good lesson for the young generations admiring them. Ladies and gentlemen, for Team USA, this victory marked the return to the top of the world in the women's sprint relay. And for Jamaica, it was just another reminder that even the greatest sprint nations might fight for the right medals against world-class competition. But one thing is certain. Whenever the United States and Jamaica meet on the relay track, fans know they are about to witness something unforgettable. So, beautiful people, once again, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you enjoyed my commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. To my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, I have to say thank you so much for the love and support. So, beautiful people, I have to say thank you for choosing to watch this video, and until we meet again in my next episode, peace out and one love.